friends, hello, welcome back. Today's video, we are going back, taking a look at the draft steals of the NHL. The draft steals, mind you, of the current NHL. We're not going back to, the Pavel Datsyuk case, which would be great to do, by the way. I would love to. Why not? Pavel Datsyuk, absolute stud. First guy that comes to mind here. But we're staying in the present time here. New Jersey Devils, we're going to rock these guys because, I don't know, why not? Seems like a good idea here. Let's do it. They did have a couple draft steals, and they do have the #1 center on this team. Mind you, nobody probably expected it. It is the #1 center for this team. Igor Sharangovich, the 5th round draft pick. Would you believe this? Kind of surprised me. The reason Sharangovich is our #1 center is because there is literally no other centers on this team. All of these draft steals were wingers. Let's take a look here. Brad Marchand, 3rd round. The guy's one of the best players in the league right now. Love or hate the guy. You got to put him on this team for that reason. You got Sharangovich, the 5th rounder. Now, the way we did this is if you was more of a, later draft pick, you don't have to be, a Brad Marchand of the world. You could be more of just a top 6 guy or a solid guy. Sharangovich still a young player. We'll see where he goes in the future. Kaprizov, 5th rounder. This guy, man, is he something else. Taken in the 5th round. Johnny Gaudreau, we already know, probably had a lot to do with his size back in the day, why they waited this long to take him. The 4th rounder, Johnny G. Then you had Mark Stone. How do you steal Mark Stone in the 6th round? That's ridiculous. 6th round, Mark Stone. 7th rounder, goal scorer, Victor Olofsson. Love the addition there for this team. Andre Palat, again, 7th rounder. That's what Tampa did well. Of course they did. They took a lot of guys later in the draft and scooped them up. Kucherov was one of them as well. Kucherov was 2nd rounder. I think he was 2nd rounder. We didn't put him on this list. Brayden Point was 2nd, 3rd rounder as well there. I mean, you could argue they both make this team. Teams passed up on him in the 1st round. Robertson, we did one guy. Robertson's the one guy. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a steal for some. Maybe it's the age. This guy was taken. He's 22. He didn't come into the league for a while because he was a 2nd rounder, but 2017, 22, I don't know. We probably could have went without him. He's in here, though. I'm just surprised because I honestly didn't know who the guy was for such a long time. But now, 2 years into the league, he's just tearing it up. Connor Brown, 5th rounder. Dominic Kubalik, 7th rounder. You had Gallagher, the 5th rounder. You had Manjapang, who's really playing well. 29 goals? 30 goals. 30 goals so far this season, playing really good. The 5th rounder there, or the 6th rounder there. Correction. Had to get it right. On defense, we have Mackenzie Weegar, the 7th rounder. Man, has he been playing tough lately. Kris Letang, the 3rd rounder. Way back in 2015, we have Kris Letang. Going to the 4th round, Jacob Slavin. Then you got Klingberg, the 5th rounder. Jake Muzzin, still trucking along. 2007, holding it down over there these days still. And then Pesci, the 3rd rounder. A little closer to the top tier there. We did throw Pesci in there. Could have threw like a Nudabar or something in there. We didn't because for some reason I felt like I was a biased Blue Jacket fan thing to do. So we kept Nudabar out. And who was the other? Nudabar. There's another one. Dang it. I want to see Kukin. There's another Blue Jacket. I can't think of him. Cam Atkinson did make it. I think he's scratched. Did they scratch Cam Atkinson? They scratched Jesper Bratt. Cam Atkinson didn't. Where was Cam Atkinson at? Did we miss him? Where's Cam Sanity at, baby? They must have sent him down to the AHL or something. Because he didn't quite make the team. See, what we did was we said EA best lines this puppy. And this is what they gave us. It's going to work. As far as what we got in net, we have Linus Ullmark and Braden Holtby. Holtby, who's overall been going down and so has his play. But this guy was an absolute stud at one point in time, and he was a 4th round steal. Ullmark, a 6th rounder. You gotta love it if you're these teams. Nonetheless, let's go ahead. And I'm trying to scoot my chair over. You're wondering what's going on there. There we go. A little bit more center. I don't understand why I always feel like I'm crooked. Like a little crooked that way. Not too sure. Let's jump into the season. Let's see if this team can win a Stanley Cup. And obviously, it goes without saying, we 110% left players out of this list. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Who probably should have been in, should have been replaced. It is what it is. There's guys in the 3rd, 4th. And it depends if it's your favorite team. What value that player had to your team in the 3rd round or the 4th round. You're obviously going to hold a little bit more sentimental value. That's why I tried to keep away guys like Marcus Nudabar for the Blue Jackets. I think he's a stud of a player, stud of a pick, stud of a steal of a pick. But what's everybody think of that outside of Columbus, So I try to keep that particular bias, try to make it more transparent and clear. This guy was a stud when we put him on a team. Nonetheless, though, Devils 16-6, not bad season. I think this team makes the Stanley Cup playoffs. Here we go, Blue Devils. What are you doing? God! 4 games? We didn't even have time to breathe. Devils make the playoffs, and they get broom job by the Florida Panthers in the first round. The Uyghurless Panthers. Brooming had a good season. Platt had 4 points in the playoffs. You know, 1 for every loss. Brad Marchand dropped 92 points. Good season by Brad Marchand, clearly. 92 there. He had 72 out of 76 out of Kaprizov, 70 out of Robertson. Robertson killed it. Letang up there as well. Gaudreau, Palat had a good season. Connor Brown. I mean, overall, look at that. Plus 41, plus 36. This team played really well. But anything can happen in the playoffs, and that is exactly what happened. 901, 910 by the goaltenders. He was kind of curious what would happen with those lower overalls. Olmark actually struggled with the better of the two. Holtby played a little better. 49-25. This team probably came close to winning the Presidents. They was winners of the division. 106 points to say the very least. 3.5 goals per game. They killed it. 2.82 goals against. It was a really good team. A really good team. And they got upset in the first round by the Florida Panthers. The Devils did indeed win the Presidents with 106 points. Capitals with 105. Avalanche 105. So the President's Trophy curse living on in this game. The Devils knocked out of playoffs in the first round. And your Stanley Cup winners, the Washington Capitals, who was second? It was second, right? Second in the standings? I believe so there. They just want to be the President's winner. You know, they got that little curse off their shoulders a couple years ago. They're ready to go. Let's take a look at some winners here. Ross Draisaitl, Hart went to Draisaitl. The James Norris did go to Crystal Tank. So we did take home a little bit of hardware. That's nice. Memorial going to Matthews. Zegers getting a Calder. The Smythe going to Ovi. Grubauer getting to Vezina. Our goaltenders, again, they struggled for the most part there. So we didn't really see them do too much. Mastodon, Yossi, Bergeron to Selke, Lindsay, Draisaitl, and then Maurice Richard, obviously Ovi. The way this guy played this season, you expected him to win that one. As for this video, though, guys, as always, love hearing your guys' suggestions for future videos. Otherwise, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate you consider subscribing, liking the video. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.